Are little girls growing up too fast?
Turn on MTV and you'd probably say yes. What you might see are images of scantily clad teenager stars that young girls desperately try to emulate. KARE 11's Ellen Koloj takes a look at the trend and how some parents deal with daughters becoming too sexy too young.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
Everywhere you look, young girls dressing far older than their age. Enough to make any parent wish they could turn back time.
I know, it's so hard.
Deane knows her little girl is growing up fast.
You want them to be able to be strong and their own person, but on the other hand, you don't want them going around looking sleazy.
That's like my favorite thing.
Vicky is 11 years old, an age experts call the tweens. Kids halfway between childhood and their teenage years.
I like Brian.
Backstreet Boys, Beanie Babies, and bracelets dominate her life. And oh yeah, makeup.
I just kind of wear stuff that I see in the magazines and stuff like that.
She reads all the teen magazines and can't get enough of her MTV.
MTV is my life. Yeah, I love MTV. I watch a lot of that, and I get some influence from that.
Some influence? Her mom says more like a lot.
I do a lot, and she probably wouldn't tell you, but I'm always yelling over, real people don't look like that, you know, or, you know, real people don't act that way, you know.
But young girls are bombarded with teen stars like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Midriff-faring beauties exerting immense influence on how young girls dress.
You can't please everybody, so, you know, I try to stay true to myself and follow my own instincts, but I do try to be a positive example for young girls.
Positive example or encouraging little girls to be too sexy too young.
Now you can walk into any store for teenage girls and find some pretty racy stuff. Everything from skimpy little t-shirts to skin-tight miniskirts. And some girls as young as 7 or 8 are wearing these things. So short of locking your daughters up until they're 21, what's a parent to do?
Well, it's often tempting for parents to want to lock their kids up till they're 21 years old. What we're seeing is that puberty is starting much earlier for a variety of reasons. And so we need to start talking to our kids at a much earlier age.
Denise Daniels is a family health counselor. She says it's okay to let your kids wear some trendy clothes and a little makeup, but parents need to take the focus off appearance and concentrate on boosting self-esteem by doing charity work and other things that have nothing to do with how your child looks.
There's a lot of emphasis on looks, on kind of sexual appearance.
We showed David Walsh a few videos to get his take on the stars and their influence.
And so then the message to people who want to emulate or be like Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears or those is that that's the way to act. If you want to be popular, if you want to be cool, then you act sexually suggestive.
Walsh says it's natural for girls to wear the same clothes or makeup as teen idols, but parents need to say no once in a while and find a balance.
Parents should be tuned in to the culture that their kids are involved with, so that we know what it is that they're seeing, so we know what the kind of the pressures are. It's not easy. It's not easy to strike a balance when there are very, very powerful forces that are kind of all aimed in the other direction.
If I'm putting on a lot of makeup, if I'm going with friends to the mall or something, she'll go, take that off, and put on something more decent or something.
Deane thinks she's found that balance with her daughter, a little bit of makeup and some really cool clothes.
I'm not going to sweat the small stuff.
Letting her 11-year-old know what's acceptable and what's not. Ellen Koloj, KARE 11 News.
Experts say it's a good idea to go shopping with your kids where you can set the ground rules about what's okay to wear. Now, if you'd like more information on children and the media, you can check out the website for the National Institute on Media and the Family, and we've set up a link to KARE11.com.